Biafra, superstars, media.
My people, my Biafran people, now how on a day? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you're listening to the sound of my voice. This one, Biafra Superstars Media, and I'm holding it down. I say may God bless Biafra, and may God bless His Excellency, Oyendo Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless, 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 may God bless His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. His Excellency, ESN, EKPA, Simon Njoku, for the job Simon is doing. Simon, I want to say we thank you. We appreciate you. We love you because we know in your hands, Biafra is coming. In your hands, Biafra is safe. And in your hands, when Biafra comes, the people of Biafra will rejoice. When I say the people, I mean the men, the women, the children, the young, the old, the sick, the poor, the rich. Oh my God, those in the lower class, those in the middle class, and even those in the upper class, we shall all come together under one voice, under one accord, under one union, under one umbrella. We shall speak out and give out. Oh my God, we shall reach out, oh my God, to just one God, the God of Biafra, and give Him thanks, praises and thanks for giving us our nation, Biafra. I cannot wait, my people. Even though I said the men, the women, and those living in Biafra. At this point, my people, sometimes the Spirit always leads the people. In this case, if you remember, when I gave Asari the Kubo the Woto, I was supposed to give this man you are seeing here his own Woto. I was supposed to give NONSO NKWA some Woto for what I saw that I wasn't happy about. Where I said, when the enemy is after them, they cry out, and the Biafrans, the government of Biafra, will come to aid them. We come to sort the problem out. But unfortunately, when they now get back in line with the politicians, they start to mess about again. And while I was analyzing the video of Asari Dokubo, I was told in the spirit to halt in discussing NONSO NKWA. Today we are hearing that Hope UZODINMA and the rest of them, the Imo State Zupo police and the rest of them, they have arrested or kidnapped NONSO NKWA. Now at this point, normally, I would have pleaded with my Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, to step in and do what he will do for every Biafran. But at this point, I will not plead to the Prime Minister because of the video you're about to see here. I will allow our Prime Minister to use his own discretion. I will not come out in public to plead for the intervention of our Biafran government for this man you see here. All because of this video that you're about to listen to. As the saying goes, Agawanti, Ntagana, Ingbe Ogeshi, Ntagana. It means, for those who don't understand Igbo, it means when you tell the ear, when you tell somebody, you tell the ear, you warn the ear, and the ear refused to listen. Because the primary role of an ear or the ear is to listen. When you tell the ear, the ear refused to listen. When it happened, when yawa go gas, the ear go have to listen. If you're with me, I want us to break this video down. And you will see why I was angry with this guy to an extent. And you also see why what is happening now was destined to happen. At this point, I would say, allow the dead to bury the dead. Yes, NONSO NKWA has been kidnapped. Allow the dead to bury the dead. If you're ready, let's break this video down. This video you're about to see, this guy, despite we have helped him when he called or he raised, the awareness about what happened in Imo State, the so-called IDP camp and the rest. I want us to hear this video. After we don't give the zoo government, the government of Hope UZODINMA water. After we go there, go make sure, say, that thing when they call IDP camp, that they want to do IT, it was no more. This man now later went to discuss with the governors. He went for some meeting, and he was now changing his language. It thing vexed me. So if we're not ready, make we hear when this boy they change in language. He begin to do pali. He begin talk say what they are building or the so-called IT school might be a good thing. It might be a good thing. My people, if not ready, make una hear this one. This one vex me. And after this video, I will now play the video of our Prime Minister, where he made some very, very important message that we must listen to. If you are ready for the last time, let's go there. Listen. Listen.
Reaction from the video the TVC news post to the National Open University Study Center in Imo State in Imo now GCMLU IDP training camp training center.
Okay.
So I expatiated more on it. Exactly.
Wait, people, this was before he was kidnapped, though. Some few days. Because sometimes a man must stand on principles. I don't care if you are going against the governor of the old Imo State. You must stand on your principles. So make una hear the way this guy changed mouth. This video vexed me. I vex well for this video. Listen.
Frank Ibezim, the former senator of Kigwe Zone, said the Quorum press release, which I have already posted in this page. Of course, Obrone follow today. The first thing post through today. Press release. Obrone goy of Magodaya. Ega Hebo Kuru. Na onwehu the IDP Agishinugu, number Gugu, a put at Imo State. No mistake, the reporter. Na the reporter made mistake. He will picture on the IDP number Gugu. Tinye na picture news and Imo State. So no mistake, the reporter of TVC News. So Kainye have benefit of doubt.
Okay.
Kai kwete no ezioku. Ama mi hemje kwe kai kwete no ezioku. Ebe ha pụtago simba no nwe ihe dị otu ahụ dị no nwe ho ka ga-esi si na mgbago ugwu kpọrọ ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ kpọdatara anyị n'Imo State. Because n'Imo State anyị nwekwuru ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ. Izombe anyị nwere ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ. Ọha ji egbe ma anyị nwere ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ. Ọsụ hite ụkwa. Ụmụta nze okporo ọlụ anyị nwecha ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ ebe a. Ọka igwe na onwe ya ehime mba nọ na onwe ya anyị nwecha ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ. So achọkwa ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ ma ndị refeju anyị nwere ihe n'Imo State. So according to ihe senator kwuru, ọ sị na maka ndị Imo ka a ga-enye that training.
Listen.
Ya ihe o kwuru. Ndị Imo ka a ga-enye training na ọ bụghị ndị ugwu ka a ga-esi na mgbago ugwu kpọdatara anyị n'Imo si ka enyebe ya training. Ndị Imo especially ndị ihe a metụtara ma ebe a gbara ụlọ ndị mmadụ ọkụ ma ebe e nwere unknown gunmen ma ebe ndị ihe niile ndị gbara ọsọ na this and that. Ebe ahụ bụ ebe ndị Imo ga-anọ enye ha training.
Listen.
Anyị wee nabata ya ka nke ahụ na-ewu. Commissioner Senior Commissioner for Information emelụ ụgha wee buru bata 18. Onwere ka emelụ mba si kọwarụ ndị Imo anything about the IDP training center.
Okay.
Before ihe si Abuja rute Imo State, it behoves on the government on ground to sensitize the people. What is it? What is it? This governance in Imo State, when he end I keep saying it.
Okay.
When he end the hammer from Onishiha to Donyodoha, when he hammer governance. I'm telling you. Normally, all how we sensitize in Dimo before federal government
psychology. Yes.
How we sensitize yani. Say anyomuna na mako to eba asrede. Only obala mo to be ede. Ngwadekwe ihe a na-achime na ehime mba nnọ na ọkwa ndị refere ju otare shakwe ndị refere ju ndị Imo State that you train ebe ahụ anya digo that way so that that video potasia we can now know how to do what accept it.
Hey, hold it there. We cannot know how to accept it. Oh my God, okay. Because Igbo language is one of the languages of the Biafran nation. A beautiful language that not all Biafrans can comprehend to a functioning level where you can say somebody is efficient in the Igbo language. And also because I do have international audience all across the whole world listening to my voice, watching my program, I will break this video down in English just so that you all will see what we keep on saying. We in the government, the Biafra Republic government, every time we step in, I'm saying we because the government belongs to us, government of the people, by the people, for the people are responsible for the government. Whenever we step out of our busy schedule to help out somebody who is a politician in Nigeria, somebody who is a Biafran by nature, Biafran by birth, but they believe in Nigeria to an extent. Whenever they are under the attack of the zoo government, the might of the Nigerian zoo government, a governor, a senator, or even the military or the police. Whenever our prime minister steps in, whenever the cabinet go beyond their boundary to make sure they speak out in solidarity to ask that zoo government to release our citizen, a Biafran citizen. Whenever we do that, these men get freed, they get released. But just then, they fall into the temptation of trying to party around, become friends of the politicians, or cajoled into doing the bid of the politicians, just so as to insult the integrity of our prime minister, our government, and also to take away the shine of the Biafra Republic government in exile. So when we spoke and took action in that nonsense they were doing in Imo State, when the people of the old Imo State, the Biafra government, the BLA, they went and said, no, we will not accept any nonsense you call an IDP camp in Imo State. This gentleman was one of those that cried out in the social media. He told us what was happening in Imo State. And just then our prime minister came out and declared that we shall not welcome any so-called refugee in Imo State. And before you knew it, within 48 hours, the so-called IDP camp was no more. But suddenly, this same man you are seeing here, NONSO NKWA, went back to discuss with the stakeholders, some of the stakeholders in Governor Hope UZODINMA's cabinet. And before you know it, he's now in a quagmire. He's now in a very big trouble because he went back to dine with the devil. As the saying goes, when you want to dine with the devil, you must dine with a long spoon. But unfortunately, NONSO NKWA was tricked by the governor to have a discussion with somebody they call Frank Ibeziem, who pretended as if all was well. And he told NONSO NKWA to make this video that you just listened to. And afterwards, NONSO NKWA again discussed with the commissioner, somebody known as Ebelumba. I believe that's his name. And at the moment he felt more settled, he now thought he had a mutual understanding with the Governor Hope UZODINMA's government. They struck. The government struck. And today, this gentleman you're seeing here, NONSO NKWA, has been kidnapped. He was kidnapped for 12 hours. Nobody knew his whereabouts until his family, his loved ones, his siblings cried out. It is now in the social media. And suddenly, the government of the old Imo State has asked the police to take ownership as we speak when it comes to the whereabouts of NONSO NKWA. But this video you just listened to, or for those who I will translate it to, this was the beginning of the problem of this man. He went back to the enemy. He went back to do politics with the enemy. And they got him. So am I in a position now to come out again as a Biafran and speak for the release of this man? Or should I, with my position, plead with our Prime Minister and his cabinet to come out once again and declare that NONSO NKWA must be released? That's the quagmire I find myself. I'm in a dilemma. Damn you if you do, damn you if you don't. In the case of this man, he went back to the enemy. After he exposed them, what they were about to do in Imo State, he went back to the enemy. He was discussing with some, people in the government of that criminal, a man known as Frank Ibeziem, and a commissioner known as Ebelumba. This is the problem I have with these guys who are one leg in Biafra and one leg in Nigeria. They want to win from both sides. As the saying goes, you cannot eat your cake and have it. You can't eat your cake and have it at the same time. You can't be at two places at the same time. This is the law of physics, I believe. My people, let's break this down. This was the video that set this guy up. They set him up with this video. Because what he said here was to go against his initial video that raised the alarm about what was about to happen in Imo State. Without any much further ado, let us break down this man's video. Listen. Okay.
Reaction from the video the TVC news post to the National Open University Study Center in Imo State in Now GCMLU IDP training camp.
Hold it there. He said he has come out to give us a reaction. I would say a new reaction or an update of the said university in Imo State, the open campus, which the Zoo government want to use to create an IDP camp. He has come now to give us an update. His previous video is something else, where he said that the way things are. But now he has come with a new update. If you're ready, let's go there. Listen.
So I expatiated more on it. Exactly.
Wait, first I beg my brother, hold it there. He said in the initial video where, it was said in English by TVC News. So what he did was to expatiate on that video by speaking in our local dialect, the Igbo language, in order to reach the grassroots. Because as we all know, to an extent, Lord have mercy, to an extent, most of the people in the grassroots will not understand what they are saying when it is said in English. So it was better for them to have a perfect understanding of this new thing coming, this IDP camp that is coming to Imo State. It was said in English because they are from the local, they may not understand it. So it is always good to break it down in the mother tongue. So when I heard this, I was happy. I was like, okay, let me see what this guy is up to. Let me see what he's up to again. Let's continue. Listen.
Frank Ibezim, the former senator of Kibwe Zone, said the Quorum press release, which I have already posted in this page.
Okay, hold it now. He now said a man called Frank Ibezim later called him and gave him a press release. Gave him a press release to report, which he has placed or posted on his platform. Things starts to get very, very interested from this stage. My people, this man called Frank Ibezim, go and do your research about this man, and it will blow your mind. When I heard that name, there was a red flag. Why would this boy or this man here, NONSO NKWA, who exposed the government, suddenly he's saying that somebody called Frank Ibezim came to him, gave him something to release, a press release, to give the version of the government of the old Imo State. They gave him a press release from government house of the old Imo State. A press release by Governor Hope UZODINMA from the old Imo State. I need to break it down. Let it sink in. Let it marinate in your mind, body, and soul. It became interesting the moment I heard this man's name, saying that the man gave him a press release, which means he was ordered to do it, or there was a partnership, a mutual understanding. They've been having some meetings, which I know about. NONSO NKWA and this man and some other guys have been having meeting. He was invited to a meeting. Then later they gave him a press release, which has released in all the platforms. That press release was a 419. They are saying that, oh no, that building, the school is for the Imo light. Now Imo getamo, the IDP camp is for Imo. It's only the indigenes of Imo State. Blah, 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 blah. Absolute nonsense and bullshit. But I'll fall back. Let's continue. Listen.
So I follow today. The first thing post through today. Press release. You have a goy of my good. You got a na onweghị ndị IDP a ga-eshi n'ugwu na mgbago ugwu ebudata n'Imo steeti. No mistake the reporter. Na reporter made mistake je were picture ndị IDP na mgbago ugwu tinye na picture news a na-agụ n'Imo steeti.
Hold on there, I beg. He said that press release was the first thing he released and posted on all his platforms. So if you check his platform, you will see it there. Also, that there was clarity made that the TV station owned by Tinubu, that the newscaster made a mistake by putting the pictures of IDP campers from the Fulani Cabal in the north. When they were discussing IDP in Imo State, the newscaster mistakenly put pictures. Oh my God, very childish stuff. Hey, God have mercy. A local, you see, a 419er will always be a 419er. Hope UZODINMA, we know him as a 419er. Now, he used a petty 419 for this boy, and this boy fell for it. He went back to swallow his word. He ate his words. You trusted the devil. You went back and had a meeting with the devil. You ate from the same plate with the devil with a short spoon. So with this now, you have tarnished your credibility. And afterwards, in less than 72 hours, they have now kidnapped you. The same people. But let's fall back. Let us hear what this man is saying. He's saying that the newscaster of TVC News, the lady who broke that news that day, that the lady made a mistake by putting the pictures or the videos of the IDP campers from the north. That what they were supposed to do was to put the IDP campers from Imo State. So it was a mistake, and the press release has helped to clarify that mistake. You see why I say when you work with these guys who are one leg in Nigeria, one leg in Biafra, there's always a problem. Just yesterday, we heard Peter Obi praising Gowon, somebody that we have declared he must not die. He must remain alive. Gowon must not die. He must remain alive. Even that cancer eating him will not kill him. That sickness he has in his body that made him to run to England, it will not kill him until 2nd of December. That same man is this person that Peter Obi went to thank, praise him, call him God sent. A man that declared war on Biafra. A man that died more than 7 million children, people in Biafra land. Is the same person Peter Obi went to thank, to bless him on his birthday. Ogodondu, you are giving him more life, blessing him. Peter Obi, there are some few things you must just let go. Don't get involved in everything. Be clever. You have to be clever. I want to believe you are clever. Not be everything you see, you will choke out. There are some things you wash your hands away, because with the Biafran, we see that man Gowon as the end all and be all, the beginning of our problem in that so-called Nigeria. Because he could have averted the nonsense that happened to our people, the massacre that happened to our people, the genocide that happened to our people. When he went to Aburi and as a coward, he agreed to all the itineraries that were discussed in that meeting. But at the end, he came back to the zoo government and he broke that zoo called Nigeria into 12 states. And said, now no more regions. Everybody now is answerable to the center. I digress. But Peter Obi and people like this is the mistake they make. This is the mistake people like this they make. When they have one leg in Nigeria and the other leg in Biafra. It means they are neutral, they are non-aligned. They want to enjoy from both sides. The best of both worlds. They want to enjoy the best of both worlds. I digress. Let's continue. Listen. Very, very sad, but let's just continue.
reporter of TVC News. So,
Listen.
Can you have benefit of doubt? Can you quit? No, is you.
Boom! Hold it, wait. Now he's saying we should give the Imo State government the benefit of doubt. That their intention of the so-called IDP camp was not to bring in the so-called IDP campers from the north. Let us give them the benefit of doubt. Let us agree that it was a mistake by TVC News. That language alone, I was hot in my spirit. That this guy stooped that low to say we should give the government of Hope UZODINMA, a murderer of his people, a criminal, a man who is in bed with the caliphate, we should give them the benefit of doubt and agree that the mistake was done by TVC News. First of all, you should know in a TV program, the newscaster, all her own role is to read from the teleprompter. There is someone they call a programmer, a researcher. They have done all the research. They have gotten the videos. They have queued in all the videos. As she is reading, they are bringing out the videos that they've queued in. The reporter has no business with the video that was playing. We know what they were saying. We know the interview given by that man, the UN guy that came there and said they have gone through the whole thing. They've inspected it. And it is up to standard. And those from the IDP camp, they will be relocated all across the country to Imo State. We heard that interview with our own ears. But today, NONSO NKWA is saying that let us give the government of Hope UZODINMA the benefit of doubt. Hey! My God have mercy. Because he had a discussion with Frank Ibeziem. Let's continue. Listen, no, this is the problem I have with those who are one leg in Nigeria, one leg in Biafra. One day, before this, in fact, before the 2nd of December, all these guys may have to choose. Because we don't need everybody. We cannot save everybody. Those that want to belong in Nigeria and do their politics, let them say so. From 2nd of December, if you love Nigeria and you believe in Nigeria, you are a politician. When Biafra comes, you remain there. Because this is the problem we are having. 1 minute, they are speaking for Biafra. Next minute, they are speaking with their same mouth for the government. He said we should give them the benefit of doubt. Hi, Lord. I can't believe this. Let's continue.
Can you quit it? No, it's you.
Boom! Wait there. Let us agree it is the truth that the government are saying. I'm so angry about, I'm so vexed, but I will try to stay calm. I am really, really vexed about this. That we came out in support of this guy. We spoke out and things happened because we wanted to help this guy. We listened to his cry when he came out to cry in the first video about what was to come on the people of Imo State. We cried. We heard his cry. We came out. And things happened. But today, he's now saying we should agree with the government of Imo State. Oh, sweet Jesus, have mercy. Take it back. Listen. Listen.
Reaction from the video the TVC News post the National Open University Study Center in Imo State no IDP training camp training center. So I expatiated more on it. Kawarin the banya exactly hana komakano for that I got a chance so beke ada soba ma ashana doba mana so beke o hemji tour ye na so sibo kumunne mundibo kumunne mundimo wata ponkwem ihe melon ademma Frank Ibezim the former senator Kigwe zone mecha or said the Quaron press release which I have already posted in this page. Of
okay.
Course, I'm follow him today. You got how the first thing post through today. Press release. You're going to go off my go there. You got how you now when who the IDP Agishinugu number Google a put at Imo State. No mistake the reporter. Now the reporter made mistake. You will picture on the IDP number Google. Tinye na picture news and Agunimo State. So no mistake the reporter of TVC News. So,
okay.
Can you have benefit of doubt? Can you quit? No is you. Can you quit?
Wait. Let us give them the benefit of doubt. Let us agree. God have mercy. Lord have mercy. Let us agree that Governor Hope UZODINMA is saying the truth. Let us give the government of Imo State, the old Imo State, the benefit of doubt. And let us agree that Governor Hope UZODINMA is saying the truth. Let us agree that Governor Hope UZODINMA is saying the truth. God have mercy. Continue.
No, it's you. Ebe hapụta go simba no nwe ihe dị otu ahụ dị no nwe ho ka ga-esi si na mgbago ugwu kpọrọ ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ kpọdatara n'Imo State because n'Imo State anyị nwekwuru ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ n'Izombe anyị nwere ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ Ọhaji Egbema anyị nwere ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ ọsụ hite ụkwa ụmụta nze okporo ọlụ anyị nwecha ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ ebe a ọka igwe na onwe ya
okay
nwecha ndị gbara ọsọ ndụ.
Hold on there. So he said with all due respect we should please believe the government because it was a mistake for that we assumed they were bringing those IDP campers from the north. That wasn't the case because if you look deeper in Imo State, the old Imo State, pardon me, he now named the different communities and he's saying there are people that ran away for their life. Osondo means to run for your life, which means they are displaced. This is what this man is saying. This is what this man is saying. He's trying to justify what the government of the old Imo State is doing based on his discussion with Frank Ibezim. It did not end here. Listen to the next one and it will blow your mind. Listen.
Actually, Monday refugee, I am here Imo State. So according to his senator, could say no macandimo, non-demo need that training.
Wait there. He's now saying that we have refugees in Imo State, and according to the senator, the training was for those people from Imo State, the refugees. What he's calling the refugee. In Igbo they say refugee. But it is refugee. I don't want to laugh. This is a very serious It's a very serious matter. A very serious matter. Let's continue.
Non-demo ka ga-enye training na ọ bụghị ndị ugwu ka a ga-esi na mgbago ugwu kpọdatara anyị n'Imo si ka enyebe ya training non-demo especially ndị ihe a metụtara ma ebe a gbara ụlọ ndị mmadụ ọkụ ma ebe e nwere unknown gunmen ma ebe ndị ihe niile ndị gbara ọsọ na this and that no ebe ahụ bụ ebe ndị Imo ga-anọ enye ha training. Okay,
that is those of Imo State, they will give that place to stay. That place that was burnt down, no, it's a mistake. It is not from the northern people. It is the Imo people who are refugees. Those who are running from this, from that, from unknown gunmen and the rest of them, they are the ones designed to get that place. I don't want to laugh. I'm angry. See, when I'm angry, that's when I laugh. So please, sometimes you guys should, well, let me not go deeper. Let's continue. Listen now.
Commissioner for Information, Emelumba. onwere ka emelụmba si kọwarụ ndị Imo anything about the IDP training center. Before ihe si Abuja rute Imo State, it behoves on the government on ground to sensitize the people.
Hold it there. Hold it there. Hold it there. Now, this is where the 419 now came in. This is where he now did what they call the black magic. Because he now brought up the commissioner known as Emelumba to now say that they tried to put the blame on this commissioner. He now said, before anything from the national comes down to the local, which means before anything like, things like this will come from Abuja down to the old Imo State. It was the role of Commissioner Emelumba to find a way to, sensitize those in the local, educate them, let them know what is happening, what is coming. So it was his mistake for not doing that now led to the miscommunication. Which was why we now assume that the IDP camp that was being built in Imo State was for the IDP people coming from the Fulani side or from the north. So technically, they want to now put the blame on the he's like the fall guy. They want to put him on the commissioner. My anger is this now. Those in the local, those in Imo State, I hope they will not fall for this. That's my anger. My second anger is that this same guy was somebody that we fought for. When we first heard his cry, when he cried wolf, we went out to take action. Our government did what they had to do. But today, he is now in bed with the politicians in the north. In the old Imo State. He was discussing with them, dialoguing with them, helped them to release a press release on all his platforms. But today, he has now been kidnapped by the same government. This is why I'm saying I am worried now. Because I cannot come out and say, my PMO, please, let's help this guy out. I can't do that because this guy went back to discuss with the politicians. There are some things you don't do. Once the thing is, you walk away, you get away from there. Don't go back to them. Why did you go back to do all this politicking for them? And now that they have set you up, you not expect us to now come and fight for you again? No, because if I fight for you again, you will still go back and discuss with them. So I will not call out on Prime Minister Simon Ekpa in this situation to come for you. It is at his own discretion. Because for me, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. This type is the best to just sit down, they look. We go sit down, they look you, because I don't know why you went back to them after you exposed them. Our government came and did what we had to do to bring sanity back to the old Imo State. Now you went back in the 11th hour. Like Nicodemus, you went back in the night to have a discussion, a partnership, an MOU. They gave you a press release to place out in your platforms, and you did it. And in less than 72 hours, look at what is happening to you now. Because my plan was to scold you on this video about 2 days ago. But in the spirit, God said, no, wait. Something will come out soon. Wait. Which was why I did not scold you. I told you to thank your stars, but in the next few hours, I will come back and give you the water. And now with the yes say they've kidnapped you. The same government you had a discussion with. Oh God, my God, our people, man. My PM work day. work there because these guys can't serve two masters. They need to understand they cannot serve two masters at the same time. It's not done. Eh? It is not feasible, not at a time like this. Eh? In other words, now sabotage you for you to come out to expose a government. Our Prime Minister now did what he had to do, spoke to our cabinet, and we came down to Imo State and brought back sanity. You went back to Imo State to discuss with the governors, with the politicians, and now they've kidnapped you now. After you did your bid, because they did not forgive you then. What you should have done was wash your hand and walk away. Move far away from them. But you went back. You assume that by you releasing that press release, now they love you. No, what they did was to smoke you out. They acted like they were cool with you. The moment you felt comfortable, they cut you. That's life. The moment you feel like, oh, I'm comfortable now, I'm fine, everything is good now, they will now come and kidnap you. Oh, God, have mercy. Let's continue.
This governor in Imo State,
shut up there. Shut up there, I beg. He's not trying to use psychology. You know, you see, I'm telling you, all these guys in the Imo State, the post politicians in government house, they don't know what they are doing. They don't know how to rule. You know, they don't know how stuff is done. All these guys, I keep telling you guys don't listen. They don't know how things are done. That's just playing to the gallery. What he was doing there, they call it to play to the gallery. The main thing we say, you put out a press release to say that the so-called IDP camp, it was a miscommunication, that the intention of the zoo government was not to bring in the Fulani men from the north. Those that they claim they are in IDP, headsmen from the so-called IDP camp. The intention was not to bring them to Imo State. Oh my God, have mercy. Hey! This guy put a press release out. I was shocked. And now they are trying to blame the commissioner, the fall guy. Mr. Ebelumba. Ebelumba did the right thing by meeting people and say, hey, it's not me, oh. They are blaming me, oh. It's not me. No, me Duamo. They want to put the blame on me, oh. It is not me. He did the right thing by washing his hands out, because you guys want to make him to be the fall guy of your problem. NONSO NKWA. Okay, let's continue. Yes.
I'm telling you. Normally, all how we sensitize in Dimo before federal government na national television.
I'm going to laugh in this one. You see, he's now saying that normally the commissioner and the rest of them, the man they call Ebelumba, they were the ones they were supposed to sensitize, you know, the people in Imo State about what is to come. Give them clarity, a clear information, the way things are, before the federal government will now come and discuss. But they didn't do it because these guys, there is nothing they know. These guys in government, there is nothing they know. We call it playing to the gallery. Obiter dictum, out of point. The main thing is this. He's now saying, give them benefit of doubt. That's the main one. This one is just talking now to look like he's still attacking the government. But no, the fall guy is the commissioner, Ebelumba. Ebelumba, my God. But he's smart too. As the saying goes, Konimanda. Oh my God, this guy is so funny, guys. I'm so angry, but I'll just laugh and calm down. As the saying goes, Koniman die, Koniman bury him. So Ebelumba can't go clear himself. Say, please, oh, it's not me. They've put the blame on me, oh, it's not me. So when I heard that coming from the commissioner, I said it's not him, but they've thrown him under the bus as the fall guy. So you saying this thing now, I can see you are still reading from the script of Frank Ibeziem. You are still reading from the script of Frank, which is not right. So I'm not surprised that they kidnapped you. I'm not surprised. You're my brother. I love you as a BIAFRAN, but I am not surprised. At this point, I would say, allow the dead to bury the dead. At this point. Because the biggest mistake you made was to go back and think you are now in good books with the politicians. You went back to them. They gave you a press release to change the story, the narrative. You took the press release, and the first thing in the morning was the press release that you released on all your platforms. And in less than 72 hours, after you have helped them to do the dirty job, you now assume you are free. As the saying goes, when a man becomes overconfident of himself, that is when he's open for a sucker punch. When a man becomes overconfident of himself, then and only then is he wide open for a sucker punch. So what they did to you was to smoke you out. They said, okay, take the press release. There's the right stuff now, NONSO NKWA, it was a miscommunication. ITV News, the girl there that read the news, she made a mistake, She put the wrong picture, she put the wrong videos. The camp, the IDP camp in the Open University is for the Imo State people now, the Imolites now. It's for our people. It was a miscommunication. So please, take this press release, release it in your platform, explain to the people in our language. Tell them no, nobody is coming from the north. It is meant for those in Imo State. So when this man now did it, he now relaxed and came out of his hiding. He came out from the unknown to the known. They smoked him out that way. And when he was now blaming the commissioner, Ebelumba, he now assumed, okay, now the government of Hope UZODINMA now likes me. They like me now. We are now friends. I'm a friend now to Frank Ibeziem. So perhaps I may have an opportunity to work with the governor. That was where he made a mistake. The moment he became comfortable, he laid down his guards and they caught him. Now he's been kidnapped. What do you now want me to feel like, my people? You guys should be the judge. I keep saying, give what belongs to Caesar, and to God. Give what belongs to Nigeria, and to Biafra. Allow the dead to bury the dead. In this case, this guy went back to Nigeria. Politician. He went back to the governor of Imo State. He went to discuss with those appointed by the governor. He even helped them to clean up the news by, posting their press release to counter what our PM said. He never knew they were doing that just to rope him in. Now they have roped him. Lord have mercy. My people, it's a very, very sad one. Very, very sad one. Continue.
And I had to go that way so that that video potassium, we can now know how to do what? Accept it.
Boom! So now that they have said, the refugees coming are just only those from Imo State, now we are aware about it. So when it happens, we shall now accept it. So when the so-called IDP camp is being rebuilt, the burnt IDP camp, when it's being rebuilt, we the people, we shall now accept it with both hands. That's what the guy is saying. I lost my head when I heard this. Because what this guy did is similar to somebody when vomit. You vomit. After 3 days, you went back to the vomit to chop and back. He's now saying that we should accept the IDP camp when it's now been rebuilt, because now we now know it is meant for the people of Imo State. NONSO NKWA, that was where you made a mistake. Because what they did to you was for you to go back and contradict yourself. And after you did that, they then kidnapped you. So on record now, they have you saying that, oh, the IDP camp, it is not for those from the north coming to Imo State, though. It is for the Imolites. So now that you are now not even arrested, you've been kidnapped now. Very, very sad. What do you want me to now do for you? At this stage, I would say, allow the dead to bury the dead. Allow the dead to bury the dead. I'm telling you.
As the Commissioner for Information, in fact, Commissioner of Disinformation.
Hold on there. Now you see, they are now attacking the man, Emelumba. He's now saying, in fact, the Commissioner for Information, Emelumba, is now the Commissioner of Misinformation. He was the fall guy. Emelumba had to do what he had to do. In the secret, he went to clear his name. Say, they are blaming me, not me, Duamo. I have nothing to do with it. That case did not even come on my desk. But now I'm the fall guy. God, this zoo is bad, okay? Emelumba, they are blaming him. And this guy, NONSO NKWA too, is also attacking Emelumba, the Commissioner for Information of that old Imo State. Do you now see how he's now in bed with the government of Imo State without even knowing? At that point, he was eating from the same plate with the devil with a short spoon. In fact, now with a finger now, self. Mblaka. Then they chop mblaka. Then they chop mblaka. They use finger now. He forgot the principle. Say, if you are dining with the devil, you need a very long spoon. But at this stage now, that he's attacking Emelumba. God, Nigeria. Hey! Oh my God. Well, it's life. Some people are just blind. His guard was down now. Now, if they put in your hand for the mblaka, if they follow and chop, you know, they chop the soup, they lick in hand, they chop the meat. The devil, they watch him. The devil was just watching him. If they fall and chop, hand to hand. No more long spoon. It means your guards have been brought down. And when they knew that your guards were down, they pounced on you. They got you. You've been kidnapped. People are crying, shouting. Your family are begging out there in the social media. And you now expect again our Prime Minister to come out and fight for you? My PM, you see me, I'm a fair man. I once said I'm somebody that don't forgive, nor forget. But in this case, my PM, I wash my hands off. I cannot advise you on this one, my PM. Because this one self confused me. Why? Because when this man first cried, I was one of those that made the first video and begged you to please come to the aid of the people of Imo State. Hurry to their aid. Because they are about to bring IDP campers, Fulani killer headsmen, pretending to be part of the IDP campers in the north. They were bringing them to Biafra land to come and learn IT, computer. IT. IT means information technology. Hey, God. Think about that. They have not done Computer 101, Intro to Computer. They have not done studying the language of computer, where you learn those different, the Oracle, the Fortran, how to communicate with computer. No, they are moving all the way to IT, information technology. That was the mistake they made, because these guys, they are not educated in that zoo. So the language they use, there is no way people from the IDP camp, Fulani men that said Boko Haram, that Western education is a bad thing. People that can't even write their name in English. Dummies using smartphones. They are dummies using smartphone, because the smartphone, they only use it to send text message or do TikTok. Not even TikTok, because they can't even make an account. They can only make calls to get some money for ransom. But those same men is who they zoo, they cannot track them down. But they track every other person that makes a video against the zoo government. Think about that. Those same people are coming to an open university to use the facilities in an open university. Does it make sense? People, when they suck the breast of cow, they shower with the urine of cow. When they make love to their cow, they are leaving all the foundation stages of computer, knowledge and whatever. They are coming to do IT in an open university. They are coming to share the building with students in an open university. Does it make sense? And this man here exposed them, but suddenly he went back to the enemy. After he cried out, our prime minister and his government, they did what they had to do to bring peace and sanity in the land of the old Imo state. This guy now went back to the government and was parleying with them, politicking with them, discussing with them, helping them to release a press release in his own platform. Oh my God, have mercy. They came with a plan to make somebody to be the fall guy, and they called out Ibelumba, the commissioner for information, to be the fall guy. They are blaming him now that he's stupid, he's foolish, he's the one responsible. He should have come first to sanitize the people. In fact, he's now the commissioner for misinformation because he didn't do his job. He's the fall guy. He's the one to blame. Don't blame TVC News. Don't blame. Oh my God, Nigeria. God have mercy. Hey, my God have mercy. I can't believe this is happening in the 21st century. How can the people be this backward? How can a people be this backward? I rest my case, man. No. I have to end it here. No. Look, let's just continue a bit. Yes, blame him. Put the blame on him. There is no way he knows his job. The man does not know his job. All the blame is now on one man. Ibelumba. You see me? Look, if you are a critical thinker, oh my God, you guys don't. These are things we do in the Western world. This is how you decipher. You know where they are going. You see the game they are playing, the childish game they are playing. They want to blame somebody, a commissioner for information. He is now the fall guy. Blame him. He didn't do his job well. He should have come and told you guys, or say, no, we are doing something here. It's for Imo people. Imos will enjoy you. The IT camp, those in IDP, they will come here, but it's only for Imo. So this is the childlike nonsense they want to sell to our people. A very childish kind of discussion. And NONSO NKWA fell for it. NONSO NKWA, you fell for that nonsense. Look at you now. After you have done their dirty job, they have now kidnapped you. God have mercy. Ebelumba is now the fall guy. God. They will throw you under the bus to cover their wickedness. And this guy here can't join them, join the governors and the other guys them. He joined Frank Ibeziem to throw Ebelumba under the bus. The commissioner, they throw him under the bus. Blame him, blame him, blame him. He's responsible. God. God, I feel like laughing. Hey, God. Hey, God, my God. I feel like this is like Tales by Moonlight. Tente. Eh? This story, it is like Tales by Moonlight. This is how shallow, how myopic these guys are. Their IQ is so low. They are childlike. They are like children. The way they reason is still on level 1. Eh? The way you reason is still on level 1. Think about it. Eh? A very childish discussion. You are now blaming Ebelumba, a commissioner that has nothing to do with this. He was just by himself there. This job, the scope is way beyond his level. It came from Abuja now. It's beyond his scope now. He's beyond his scope. Anything local, you can call him. But this one, it came from Abuja. We saw those men. We saw the video. We saw the interview they made. But no, he's a fall guy. And NONSO NKWA now joined them to the attack that poor guy. God have mercy. Let's continue. Listen.
Because I don't so do exactly here about that thing no meredia. Emelumbe Bruno Sonpa. When he on problem Emelumba NONSO NKWA. Problem who UZODINMA NONSO NKWA. But Alma has say onye chuwaronya ke adi ocha ya sojiaka. Nwokuko nwada nwokuko when so. Okunere nwawo anala.
Hold on there. Now you don't saying like this guy now is after him now. Ebelumba is after him, even the governor is after him all this while. But it is clear now, his hands are clean. The man to blame is this guy called Ebelumba. That's the psychology there. So it now looks like he is still in conflict with the government. But no. We know the game. But at the end, you played yourself. You sold your soul to the devil and the price was cheap. You sold your soul to the devil and the price was cheap. The very biggest mistake you made was to go back and go and discuss with the government of Hope UZODINMA. That was the biggest mistake you made. After you did the groundbreaking, expose about them, you should have washed your hands away and stay far away from them. But in less than 2 weeks, you went back to them having a discussion. They gave you a press release. They gave you a press release. The government of Hope UZODINMA, through Mr. Frank Ibeziem, he gave you a press release of the government of Hope UZODINMA, and you released your platform. That was the biggest mistake. And now, look at you now. You've been kidnapped. Your family can't even find you. They are crying now on social media, coming to me, begging me to make a video. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. At this point, let the dead bury the dead. I have no sympathy, empathy for you, because when you came out the first time, we supported you and we did what we had to do to bring sanity to Imo State. Ekweme, our PM did what he had to do. Ekweme, as we did do it, they show. But at the end, you went back to them. You went back to the government I rest my case. For those who have ears, let them hear. I want you all to be the judge. Put in my comment, should we fight for this guy again, or should we just allow him to carry his cross? For me, I don't wash my hands, but I will listen to the BIAFRANS. Whatever you want us to do, we shall do. Put in the comment. Let me know if we should once again carry this guy a case off our head. Because my only fear is, if we carry in case for our head, if we save him again, will he still go back to the government? Will he do something worse? You be the judge. Your guess is as good as mine. From me, from here, for now, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I remain yours truly, Biafra, Superstars Media. God bless you. Yeah, Biafra, Biafra. Yeah, Superstar Media. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. I wanna know. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra, Biafra. I wanna know. We going back to the land. We going back to the motherland. Biafra, Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra, Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land.